I have reason to believe that Carmen Cole might be wearing suspenders under his jacket.
Fatality.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Wake Up 3. You've reached round 59, and we are your hosts, Molly
and Cam, and this is a fighting game podcast from a couple who loves fighting games.
That is right. And Cam, I do believe you have the mix-up this time.
I do, and I'm excited about it because I think it's been a minute. It's a little bit unorthodox. I wanted to talk about this Marvel Tokon game for just a moment because it is having a beta in early September. It starts September 5th through 7th, so...
that is soon.
Yeah, and this is a 4 versus 4 fighter where you actually select and play as 4 characters, which I think is kind of crazy as well.
That is crazy. That's a lot.
Yeah, we're not usually into tag fighters as it is. I don't know that I should say I'm not into them. I don't have very much experience with them either. So anyways, that being said, let's talk about this a little bit. My question for you today is, what are 4 Street Fighter characters that you would put into this game as characters that you would want to select that would make you interested in playing this Marvel game? So let's start with 4 male characters, and we'll do a team of ladies after that.
Okay. My dudes are going to be, I think... I'm going to have to think about this, actually. Let me think.
Very unprepared for this question, I see.
I'm thinking of every Street Fighter man right now.
Have you thought of JP yet?
I wish I had not until you said that. So thank you. Maybe Ken. Definitely Vega. Maybe Jamie.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think. Maybe like Zangief.
Wow. Okay. So this is a very interesting team. So you've got Ken, Vega, Jamie, and Zangief.
Yep. I'm
not sure how that would do in terms of sales for a DLC pack, but if it would get you in, so be it. That was the question. Cool. What are your 4...
Wait, before we get to the ladies, though, did I miss anyone that you thought I should say for the guys?
I mean...
Blanca?
I would have picked different people, but that's just me,
Okay, well, we'll get to... I want to get to that in a second, but
Okay.
let me tell you my ladies' team. Let's do Elena, Sakura, Juri, and Armika. What do you think? Did I get it right?
It's a very interesting pack, and if that was DLC, I don't know how well it would do. I guess let us know if you would buy that as a DLC pack for Marvel Tokon.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know if you would think that is usable at all. And I want to know yours.
Well, for the 4-pack of dudes, my first thought was Urian, just because I want to see him in a crossover.
Fair. I thought you would say Necro first.
I thought of Necro, but I feel like Urian would just be crazy in a game where they allowed him to just like unleash and do wild shit, Mm-hmm. When he was a little more unrestrained, he's more interesting. So,
True.
yeah.
Fair. Yeah, he would fit.
Like, he would fit in that more so than, like, Street Fighter 6, I think, because Street Fighter 6 feels a little more restrained to the mechanics of the game.
Yeah.
But I don't know who else I would pick. Maybe Necro as well. And then I'm going to go Luke because I want to see some current representation, but I don't want to pick Jamie. Sorry.
Okay.
And then the 4th one, I'm going to go Akuma. Why not?
Oh.
Or I take it back. My team of 4 is going to be Urian, Necro, Luke, and DJ.
Not Dan?
No, not this time.
Okay.
I already picked a goofball in Luke. I don't need 2.
Fair. And the ladies? You said you had one right away, so who are you talking about?
The one I had right away was Juri.
Okay.
She's like...
Yeah, I figured it had to be Juri.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to go Juri, Karen, and then here's where I kind of don't know.
That was me too. I had my first 2 set.
Mm-hmm.
I knew.
I think I'm going to go Juri, Karen, Ibuki, because I want a ninja.
I considered her heavily.
Yeah. And I wish I could say Mai, honestly. But I'm going to go with Aki because I want to see someone modern too. And she's cool. She's got the poison.
Yeah.
And I haven't even played her yet, but she's cool.
Well,
Because I played her. Well, I played her a
Don't
little
lie.
bit. Okay.
All right, cool. Thanks for that fun little mix-up.
No problem.
Let us know who has the better picks for the teams of Street Fighter and Marvel Tokon. And also let us know if that's something you're going to play. But it is now time to move on to news. Right now, EWC for Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6 is going on. That and also the intel has recently arrived that there will be a Capcom panel at New York Comic Con in October. I'm assuming we'll get to see more of Sea Viper there, if not sooner. Who knows?
So maybe she'll release in October. We'll see. Aside from that, we've still been playing quite a bit of games, as usual. Quite a few games, I should say.
Yeah, and I feel like last episode we had a lot of news to talk about, and we haven't really got to talk about our personal, I don't know what to call it.
Struggles?
Our personal time playing fighting games.
Well, we've been playing a little Street Fighter 6 here and there, of course.
You know, it's the staple.
Still grinding away with Jury.
Yep, it's every time it's Jury versus Elena, first to tens. You're kind of pushing back onto the ranked.
Yeah, a little bit. Finally starting to rank up again. It had been quite a while since I had actually played ranked. Nice to see that all this practice is starting to pay off.
Every Elena you fight, you're like, it wasn't a problem.
Yeah, yep, that's definitely the character I'm the
problem.
most prepared for. And now it's just these characters that I rarely see that I'm struggling with the most. Like Ed. I feel like I don't run into Ed very frequently, and when I do, they seem to be so random that I don't know what to do to fight against them. Is that an Ed thing?
I think that's an Ed thing, yeah.
Are Ed players extremely random, or is that just me not knowing the matchup yet?
It's definitely an Ed thing, where they're like, yeah, this is my neutral.
This is my
Let
neutral.
me tell you about my neutral
Allow me
game.
to press. Yeah, I've tried to commit to the character. You know, after so long of going through character crisis after character crisis, I finally committed to Jury after a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm back in on it, and I feel like it's going well. I think what forced me to lock in was Elena coming out, and you already knew you were going to choose her and play her. So once that happened, I really had to lock in because you learned her well, and I was jumping back and forth between people, and you started just beating me a lot because I was non-committal.
Inconsistent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was the point where I was like, okay, I've got to lock in. It's time to choose.
Right. And there would be times where we would play, and I would say, I want to play against somebody who has a game plan. Like, I want to play against a strong game plan.
Yeah.
I don't want to play against a wavering, indecisive, jumping from character to character. I guess, a little pressure from me too, but it's paying off in dividends for you, I think, with your progress.
I think so.
I think your progress since this new phase with Jury, with actually really committing, has paid off.
Thanks.
And quite quickly. So, yeah, all it takes really is locking in, and the rest will follow.
Yeah, it feels good. What other games have we been playing?
What other games? Yeah. Cam has me hooked on this beat 'em up, Streets of Rage 4. So we play that like every day because of me.
You're obsessed.
Because I can't live without it.
You're obsessed. Yeah, I was like, hey, you want to do a run through of this game? And now you're like, let's play survival mode every time we can. It's fun.
Yep.
It's cool.
Yep.
So we've been playing a lot of that.
I'm very much hooked on that. I love the music.
Music, the stages, the characters. There's a ton of different characters to choose from. The impact of the hits. It all just feels really, really good. Mm-hmm. It's a nice palate cleanser when you can, when you're losing in ranked and you switch over to Streets of Rage and do like a 1200 hit combo with a kangaroo. It feels good. Another game we've been playing recently is King of Fighters 2002. I love returning to this game, and I feel like when I think of King of Fighters and playing one, this is the one that comes to mind for me first. I don't know what it is, but there's a draw to it for me.
Yeah.
I love it. I love KOF 2002.
It's probably because you're really good at it.
Thanks. I don't know that I'm really good at it, but I feel like I definitely
I think it's your best KOF.
I think it's my best KOF. I have a
Well,
better feel for it.
I don't know. You're pretty scary with the most recent one. Now that you know Mate Tinkun is a charge character.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, but now you don't even play a charge character. So what's the deal?
Not always.
I feel like in our most recent play sessions with KOF 2002, we've had some revelations, like new things that we didn't realize before. First of all, King is very cool in this game. And second of all, Andy Bogard
in KOF 2002 is probably the tightest he's ever been.
Cam has done something disgusting as this character both times that we played this recently. Both play sessions. Disgusting.
Yeah, I'll just make you hold the most disgusting block strings. I love it.
I just have to say, when Andy gets a perfect round in this game, the scream that he does, oh my God, one of the best things in any fighting game I've ever heard. So there you go.
Another character I really enjoy in this game that I never thought I would be drawn to is Hanako, the small sumo schoolgirl. Mm-hmm. I think she's great. I love her.
Yeah, I like that archetype on a smaller character.
Yeah, the sumo stomps and like the palm strikes, and she doesn't have the gimmick tools of, I guess, the more familiar Honda character, right?
Right.
He's like the first sumo I think of when I think fighting games, and he's got all these gimmick
too.
butt slams and stuff. She doesn't have that. She's got these straightforward moves, but she just kicks ass with them, and it rules.
Yeah, I like the way that a lot of her kit comes off.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can be done talking about the game that you like and kick my ass in every time, and I think that's all we've been playing.
I think so. I think that's all we've been playing recently.
Oh, wait. Was it? Wait, there was one more thing.
Yeah, I guess there is one other. Art of Fighting 3. It is very cool. I love it a lot. It's also kind of a weird game. But we're going to get all into it right now.
Yes, we are.
So, The Art of Fighting 3, The Path of the Warrior, came out March 12th, 1996. It's obviously the third entry in the Art of Fighting series. The previous two games came out in 1992 and 1994. Before we start talking all about Art of Fighting 3, let's talk about our history with this franchise just a little bit. It's kind of limited.
But we do have one.
Yeah. It's actually from our very early fighting game roots. Years ago, when we first started getting into fighting games and realizing, like, hey, there's a lot of these, and they're all very different and really cool, we started playing as many Super Nintendo fighters as we could find at all of the retro shops in our town.
Art of Fighting 1 was, I think, in our first haul.
I think so, yeah. It was one of the very first random Super Nintendo fighters that we had found that we knew nothing about and just got based on name alone.
We picked up Art of Fighting and Power Moves in one go.
Yeah. So, weird choices.
That was an interesting play session.
Definitely.
Those home.
And Art of Fighting 1 is already kind of referred to as kind of jank. Street Fighter 1.5-ish, basically, like in terms of quality, where it's a little better than Street Fighter 1, but it's still difficult to get moves out, and it's not what the series would become later on. That being said, the port for Super Nintendo is even worse. It's just straight up not a good port. Not that we knew that at the time. At the time, we were just like, this game's weird. And we just played it anyways, because I kind of love that shit. That's how we discovered SNK to begin with. So Art of Fighting 1 does hold a place in my heart, even though the port that we have is very, very bad. And we've never played Art of Fighting 2, so I think that's pretty much our experience up until recently when we got into Art of Fighting 3. I will say I've always been kind of obsessed ever since hearing about this man, John Crawley, the shell-shocked psycho. And he's in Art of Fighting 1 and 2, but not 3, so alas.
Yeah, he's a character that Cam and I have talked about a lot off mic.
Yeah.
And we always just kind of have fun talking about him.
I'm fascinated by this man.
Mm-hmm. Well,
that's for another time, I suppose.
Another time.
Speaking of Art of Fighting 3, I'm going to make a bold statement here. And I'm going to say that Art of Fighting 3 is SNK's Third Strike before Garo or Third Strike.
That's bold, but you know what? You might just be right on the money.
Yeah, it's a very weird installment to a series that didn't play like it before. It's not as popular and not as widely known or talked about or played. It's very interesting.
True.
Visually and play style. It just feels different.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think knowing what I know of Art of Fighting 3 at this point, I would have to agree with that.
the rosters of Art of Fighting 1 and 2 had a lot of crossover. But in Art of Fighting 3, they chose to keep only the two main characters, Ryo and Robert, and to create an entirely new cast. Another bold, Garo and Third Strike-like innovation that they did later on. That's always bold, you know? You're getting rid of 90% of your cast.
Big risky decisions
Very much.
defines SNK for me.
I love it. I love all their weird shit they do. It's
They do it like no one else.
It's true. They do it like no one else can. The presentation in Art of Fighting 1 had a similar look to Street Fighter 2, only with larger sprites. Art of Fighting 3 was made entirely with rotoscoping, where they filmed everybody's actual movement with a camera, and then drew the sprites over the top of those movements. This makes the movement look a lot more realistic for the most part. Obviously, there's going to be some caveats there. The backdashing is unlike anything I've ever seen in any game. Backdashing in this game feels insane.
You mean that's not a realistic backdash?
No, when I step back or just try to jump back, I don't leap like 20 feet backwards. But I'm all for it.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah. A big selling point at the time that this game came out was the way it looked because it was fresh. This game takes place in 1980, by the way, in Mexico. The previous games took place in late 70s in Southtown, which is Miami, basically. Mm-hmm. I view it as Florida, like South Florida.
Mm-hmm. I think it's really interesting that Art of Fighting takes place starting in the 70s. Like the series itself starts in the 70s.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the flavor that brings, to the series. That's something different. You don't,
Definitely, yeah.
Like,
I would agree.
You don't really get that anywhere else.
I agree. And I feel like the characters feel a lot more low-key than a lot of other titles, and including a lot of SNK titles. They don't have these like extremely gigantic supers, and sometimes they've got big fireballs or whatever for a super, but it's nothing that's going to be like overly dramatic. Mm-hmm. I think that's cool.
I think it's cool that there's a fighting game series that takes place in that era because I really enjoy that era personally. Even with Art of Fighting 3 being in like a different location too. Again, it's like shaking things up.
Right, yeah. I do think that's cool. And the reason that there's a change in location, Mexico instead of Southtown, is, well, they wanted to have new characters in it. They wanted to have a whole cast of newcomers. So why not just pack up and move to another country for the game?
And are they having a tournament here, or?
No, actually, I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
Ryo and Robert go to Mexico to search for an old friend of Robert's. His friend is named Freya. It's this girl that he knew as a child. They have these matching pendants. He was wearing his, she was wearing hers. They hadn't seen each other in a very long time, and yet they run into each other on the street while he's on the way to a date with Yuri. She tells him all about this scientist friend that she's got in Mexico that she's going to visit and help with some research that she promised she would help him with. And Robert's like, sounds dangerous. I'll come along with you. And then we found out later on, he's like, oh shit, I forgot to tell Yuri. I forgot to phone her. Oh well, I'll catch up with her later.
It's harder to let people know back then.
It was, yeah. You had to find a payphone or something. Yeah. And he was like, in the moment, he's caught up. He's like, oh, old childhood friend I haven't seen in forever. We got to go to Mexico and find a researcher.
Oh, so this was before he went to Mexico.
Right. So he ran into her in Southtown.
Okay.
And then they go to Mexico.
Gotcha.
So that's why it takes place there, because Robert runs into an old friend. So this scientist friend of his, Freya, is also good friends with someone named Weiler. And that is the main antagonist of this game, the main bad guy.
I immediately frowned.
I know, yeah, you're
Why
like...
is she friends with him?
Well, he's not bad initially. He's a scientist, a businessman, but he's also got these unfounded... I don't know exactly how to say it. He wants to create this elixir because it was something that his father worked on throughout his entire father's life and never completed. So his father, Victoria, was working on this elixir to improve human, like, peak physicality, basically. It's supposed to make you stronger and smarter and better. And it was his goal.
All good there. Wait, all good there. But what? What's his father's name?
So Weiler's father is named Victoria.
What?
I don't have a reason or a follow-up for that.
Oh.
That's just his name.
Okay.
That's all I got for that one.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so his father, Victoria, he wanted to finish this elixir that his father was working on. And the reason it was never finished in his father's lifetime is because Freya's dad was also working on it with Victoria Weiler. Freya's dad realized, oh, this elixir seems dangerous. It changes people, and we don't know how it's going to actually work on a live human. So I'm going to take my half of the research notes and leave, and I'm done with this. I'm not helping anymore. So he's got his own research notes, and now Freya has those research notes.
So Weiler is using her.
Weiler is like, hey, I need you to bring your research notes so we can figure this out. I've been working on this for so long. My father died for this. I have to get it ready. I have to do this. I want to make this thing that's going to improve people.
Did Freya say, yeah, cool, but my father backed out with his half of the research so no one would ever use this and have it?
Yeah, pretty much. And she tells all of this to Robert, who's like, sounds dangerous. I'll come with you.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's
so
fair to immediately drop your plans and run away. Got it.
So it's admirable.
That's necessary.
Yeah, it's admirable.
Yeah.
Helping out an old friend. So before we talk about Weiler and the rest of the characters, let's get into gameplay a little bit. This is a 4-button game. The 4 buttons are punch, kick, strong attack, and taunt. And those are A, B, C, and D, just like any other Neo Geo game because they had 4 buttons, and that's what you get. Mm-hmm. There are motion input special moves in this game, but specials require part of a spirit bar. That's something that comes back slowly over time in the game, but you can also deplete it by taunting your opponent and they'll lose spirit charge.
And charge yours.
Yeah, you can also charge your own by holding any button, which is nice. It's nice that it can be any button, including when you're knocked down before you stand back up. So there's layers to the Oki in this game.
Mm-hmm. I think that's cool.
It is. I like it a lot. The spirit bar starts at 100% at round start, and obviously, we had already said it can be recharged at any time. Taunting lowers your opponent's spirit gauge, and this game has OTGs, and you can choose between an OTG hit, a taunt to lower their gauge, or you can just charge your own gauge. So there's many things you should be constantly thinking about on knockdown for your own opponent, instead of just positioning, which... that's really cool. Innovative, and I feel like it keeps you on your toes all the time. Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to OTG me, or can I just, like, charge my own spirit while I lay here for a minute?
And you also don't just have to lay there.
True.
I mean, did you say what OTG is?
On the ground?
Oh, okay.
Yes,
OTGs. I thought you
OTGs.
just straight up were like, yeah, OTGs. Like, you know what that is?
I didn't say what it was. You're right. So, yes, OTGs are on the ground moves that hit while your opponent is laying on the ground before they wake up.
Mm-hmm.
And every character has these, and they all vary based on input, movement, whether or not you're in the air. Some people have ones that they can do while jumping. Some have dive kicks. Some have a pelican, a bird, whatever.
Whoa.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But also, the player on the ground has the choice as well, whether or not you're going to be stuck there for a long time and be susceptible to OTGs or stand up right away.
Right. And if they choose to stand up right away, they have to mash all of their face buttons and mash the stick in all the directions as fast as they can. Like rotate it in 360s or something. Just mash everything to stand up faster. Combos are simple enough in this game. Buttons feel surprisingly fast. Many characters have 6-frame moves, but some have even faster, like 4-frame moves. Which is kind of nuts, coming from modern fighters. Coming from more modern fighting games, it takes a little bit to get a feel for the combo speed in this game, because I feel like you have to press buttons a little bit faster. Some characters have fireballs, but fireballs are unique in this game because they can be punched out of the air at any time. However, there is one character that breaks that rule because they use a weapon, a tonfa actually, as a projectile, and it cannot be hit out of the air. That seems backwards to me. But luckily, I play that character, which we will talk about later on. So I'm all for it. I am in my tonfa era. Each character has a super move that can be done at low health. This is called a super death blow. If you super death blow your opponent when they're also at low health, they die and you win the match regardless of what round it is. So you could be in round 1, land this super death blow when your opponent's at low health, and you just win. Oh, another thing. A lot of these super death blow super moves are unblockable. So you just have to make sure that the other opponent doesn't get it to come out. Because if it comes out, it's unblockable. It's going to hit you. And it's going to do
unless you're somebody that can just walk right through people.
Yeah, because that's fucking nuts. Oh, another very strange thing that I've never seen in any other fighting game. If you play Art of Fighting 3 on a character's birthday, they will be glowing orange during the entire fight and powered up into a rage state that gives them an extra 20% damage on everything they do. Because it's their birthday.
That and the last mechanic you just shared are going to make watching the fight for 100K
Yeah.
in October at SWC very insane.
Yeah.
It's the perfect time to get into this game. That's why we're talking about it and playing it. Because they've announced this insane prize pool for it.
Yeah. It's going to be so fun to watch this. It could be like literally anyone could come to this and win it. It's such a weird and volatile game. If you want potentially life-changing money, this could be your chance.
Yeah, just pick it up because honestly, we're just getting into it and you've already said so many things about the way this game plays. If you're not participating in it yourself, you're going to be watching it because it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
It's going to be so insane.
This is a game where one of the worst characters in the game has a touch of death as long as they can set it up right.
Oh my God.
So pretty much anyone could kill you in one hit if they can get their timing right.
Oh my God.
A lot of it is high execution, but if you've got it, you can do it. So
right.
yeah, look into this game. I will say, at first glance and at first feel even, it is a little bit obtuse. It doesn't feel like a normal fighting game at all when you first jumped into it. Characters feel a little bit
Maybe to somebody it would.
Maybe to somebody it would, but
But for you,
I guess
didn't.
For me, it didn't feel immediately intuitive. But
Okay.
honestly, after probably an hour or less of playing it and messing around with a couple different characters, I felt a lot more comfortable and able to just pick up any of the cast and figure out some good normals and some decent little short strings. I thought it would take a long time, but
I thought so too.
honestly, all things considered, compared to some of the other fighters we've played, we haven't put that much time into this game yet, and it already feels really good.
Mm-hmm.
Wins feel very satisfying. Losses sometimes feel like heartbreakers.
Yeah, it can be.
It's just fun. It's a really fun game. So I'm glad that we are actually getting into it, because after the first attempt of playing this game, I was like, ooh, I don't know. But I just kept thinking about it, and I had to come back and try it again. After that first play session, I believe your quote was, "Fuck this game, have fun learning it by yourself."
Oh.
But here we are. And
we are loving it.
Here we are loving it, playing it pretty much every day.
Yeah. If there's one thing about me, if a game frustrates me, it's worth picking up again.
Yeah, like you'll come back
I
to
love a good challenge, and Art of Fighting 3 is worth the challenge that it presents because it's, in my opinion, really good looking. It's shocking to me that this game is from 96. SNK always is shocking me. I truly am envious of the SNK heads who have been into it since the 90s. Like, I would love to go back in time and love SNK for my whole life. Because,
Honestly, yeah.
God. But anyways.
This is going to be a kick-ass game to watch for 100K. Oh, another thing I want to say about supers is that they can be done, once you're in that desperation mode, they can be done as many times in a round as you want, as long as you have the meter for it. So it takes about 70% of your bar to do that, but as long as
it will drain that 70%?
Yeah, so it'll drain that 70%, and then as long as you're able to charge it back up, you can do your super move as many times as you want to in a round.
Oh my God. Like... I don't know how SNK stuffs all of these different fighting games with all of these different mechanics. It blows my mind.
Yeah.
Dudley.
Yeah, it's insane. And yet it seems to work pretty well.
Yes.
They're all so crazy that you just have to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
They just force you to accept it, because otherwise you're just going to be confused.
Yes, you will be.
Okay, other things. There are a ton of offensive and defensive mechanics in this game that I haven't even mentioned. For a better understanding of how to actually play this game, I would recommend the Art of Fighting 3 Beginner's Guide by Lich Massacre. It's on YouTube. It's about 30 minutes long. So, it's a really good primer.
Cool.
I probably should have told you about that before.
Oh,
But
I guess I have some new material to ingest.
yeah, I just found that out recently, and it was good and it was helpful, and it gave me a better understanding of the core gameplay. So
Cool.
I would recommend that. I also want to mention the Mizumi Wiki. It has all of the move lists and properties and combo routes and even frame data on most of the characters. It is still a work in progress because it's one person making the entire wiki,
Aw,
but
cool.
it's helpful because who else is doing that?
Yeah, shout outs.
So, yeah, that is also made by Lidge Massacre. It's
Oh.
one guy making all of this stuff for us.
Wow, cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
It's awesome. So, yeah, check that stuff out. It's helpful.
I will be checking that out because I want to win this money.
Yeah, same. And I want to play this game. I want to
Yeah.
play this game on the big stage.
Yeah, are you going to see Wake Up 3 debut on the big stage against each other?
Oh my god.
What are the chances?
That would be insane. It's gonna be that meme of the crying man holding a gun. It's like, I'm so sorry, I've got to put you down, but this is what we've trained for.
Exactly. We would put on a good show. We always do.
Yeah, for sure.
Wink.
Wink. Let's get into the roster a little bit.
This little marching roster. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah. So, Art of Fighting 3 has 9 playable characters plus Wyler, but you aren't supposed to play as him.
Fuck you, Wyler.
Yeah, fuck Wyler. Yeah, and like you mentioned, everybody's marching. And that's because when you go to the character select screen, they wanted to show off the walk cycle animation for all of these characters because it looks so good because it's different and it's done with rotoscoping.
Yeah, fair.
So they show everybody just walking in a line and you choose who you're going to be. I love it. It's great.
That's unlike anything I've played so far
Right.
in my personal journey.
Yeah. It's flashy and it's got good presentation.
It does. I think that's very smart of them.
Yeah, I would agree.
And
Let's-
it's cute.
Yeah. Yeah. Also cute. Okay, so let's get into this cast a little bit. Starting with Ryo Sakazaki. He is the Ryu stand-in, the generic karate man. He's kind of the main character in all of the Art of Fighting games. He was Shinkiro designed, actually. I don't know if you knew that or not, but Shinkiro designed all of the characters for the original Art of Fighting. And he was designed to look like a combination of Patrick Swayze and Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star.
Wow. Okay. I never knew that. That's fun.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting, and I can actually see it, especially in like the
Yeah.
hair and face and like extreme flurry of punches that he does, because that reminds me of Fist of the North Star quite a bit. Anyways, his moves, he's got a one-handed fireball, a flying double kick, a DP, the flurry punch, a fireball that hits OTG, he just blasts it directly into your body, and 2 supers instead of just one.
Oh.
He's got a massive fireball, and then he's got a multi-hitting desperation move, similar to Geese Howard's Deadly Rave.
I've played Rio and it was not a good experience, but here I do enjoy hearing about his OTG fireball.
Yeah.
And also the 2 supers sounds pretty advantageous.
One of them he doesn't have to be in desperation mode for. He can just do it as long as he has the meter. So he can shoot the big fireball anytime as long as he's got meter. He can be at 100% health. Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
The characters in this game don't play by the rules of this game.
That's so SNK. Oh my god.
They set rules and then immediately have every character break them in some way.
Oh, I just love it.
Yeah. Okay, up next, let's talk about Robert Garcia. He is the secondary protagonist of the Art of Fighting series, but he's actually the main protagonist in Art of Fighting 3.
So you know that this is probably like Salvatore's favorite game.
It's gotta be. And I feel like watching, like, seeing Robert in action in this game, it gives you that Salvatore vibe where it's like, wow, this dude's just grooving, he's dancing back and forth. He's got a lot of sauce, and it seems like all of his moves, he has that equal level of, like, groove and sauciness to it. He's got a swagger that I've never seen in Robert in any other game. He's a stylish and charismatic showman, and you can see that in his gameplay and his general presentation.
For sure.
He's cocky, self-assured, and extremely rich. And he's modeled to look like a combination of Cuban actor Andy Garcia, who I am unfamiliar with, and American actor Steven Seagal.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's favorite. I think they do a better job with Robert when they distance themselves from Steven Seagal.
Fair.
For his moveset, he's got all of the same moves as Rio, except for instead of a fireball OTG, he has a dive kick OTG. He just hops and dive kicks you in the penis.
Weird. Or on the ass.
Yeah,
Do you fall on your face ever?
You
or
can.
does everybody fall on their back all the time?
Sometimes you can land differently. I found this out because there are OTGs that only work if the person is laying with their face away from you, like their head away from the character.
Interesting.
Yeah.
More shit.
Yeah.
More in-depth shit right here.
So Robert Garcia has all the same moves as Rio, except he has an OTG dive kick instead of the OTG fireball. And he has a flurry of kicks instead of punches. Think Chun-Li's lightning legs. It's kind of like that. I tried him out in this game. I'm usually not a Robert enjoyer, and I thought he was really fun. I could see this being a very good beginner character for most people. Like a good
You did
pick-me-up.
say that, yeah.
He feels intuitive kind of right off the bat. His command normals feel good. His regular normals feel good. His specials are all relatively intuitive. He's cool. He's cool in this game.
So what you're saying is that they pretty much understood the assignment with him being the main character of this game.
I think so, yeah. I think maybe that's why Rio feels a little bit off, because he's not the main character in Mexico.
You shouldn't like him as much
Right.
as when you play Robert.
Yeah, this time, guys, Robert's number one.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if that would really matter to people at the time, or if it was just fine for
I don't know.
fighting enjoyers.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
I think if I were into Art of Fighting at the time, my biggest concern with Art of Fighting 3 would have just been the fact that where's John Crawley at?
Right, yeah, this dude is gone after 2 games. Come on. You can't leave him out. The shell-shocked psycho? Okay, next character. Kasumi Todo.
My girl.
Yeah, this is your character.
Yep.
This is definitely it for you. I feel like there was a notable difference from when you picked the first 3 or 4
Lenny.
people. Yeah, Lenny and Rio. Jin Fuha, last time we played it. I guess the very first time we played it.
Yeah. We played it in arcades and it chose Jin Fuha for me, who happens to have the same birthday as me. The timer ran out. I was on Jin Fuha. He was the first character I played in this game.
Yeah.
In arcades.
You gotta share a birthday, so maybe it's fate to learn this dude eventually. But right now, you're all Kasumi Todo.
When I stepped away after playing it at home as Lenny was my first choice, and then, because we haven't got to her yet, but there's something about the description of Lenny that made me want to choose her. But then I also played Rio. That was terrible. Stopped playing the game, and in the time between picking it up again, we talked about Jin Fuha and how he was supposed to be really good, and how maybe he was the character that I would play.
And then we did a Jin Fuha mirror, and it went awful for both of us.
It was hell. We both felt like, what is this character? Not intuitive.
Yeah, in the Jin Fuha mirror, you kept doing a giant spinning lariat, and I kept just turning invisible and not knowing where I was. But let's talk about Kasumi Todo.
Yeah, let's get back to my safe place, Kasumi Todo.
Yeah. Kasumi Todo is a wandering girl looking for her father who has gone missing after being defeated by Rio and Robert in the prior game. Her hair is blue. Her father's hair is not blue, it's black. So, fun fact. Kasumi is also hoping to beat Rio's ass to restore honor to her family because her dad lost to him. She wants to restore honor to the Todo name. And fun fact about her, everybody has a taunt in this game, but she has a unique taunt for when she fights either Rio or Robert. That's just different compared to when she fights anybody else.
Oh, so I would have seen it because you played Robert.
Yeah, she just looks more cocky, like, I'm gonna take you down.
Funny. I like that.
Yeah, it's cool. Let's talk about her moves a little bit. So, Kasumi's moves. She's got a grounded projectile. It's a pillar of fireballs that goes probably a third of the way across the screen. It's not huge, but...
I call it a digital wave because it's not fire. It does not look like fire. They're rectangles that shoot up. They're pillars.
That's true. It's like pillars of like green
energy.
And blue energy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's her projectile, I guess. And it only goes about a quarter of the way across the screen, but it's tall, so it's effective for jump-ins.
It's effective, let me tell you.
It's effective. Her other moves, she's got a parry-like counterattack where she puts her arms up in the air and then parries any high or mid, overhead, anything like that. Just not lows. Any non-low attack, she'll parry and then push you away. And her super is an even larger grounded fireball. Another large wave that just flies at you and I guess kind of obliterates you because it's even bigger. That's it for specials and supers for her. It sounds limited, but she's actually one of the better characters in the game because she has really, really good normals.
She does.
Moving on. Carman Cole. Carman.
Oh, I wanted to say one more thing about Kasumi.
Okay.
Is that she usually speaks in Japanese, but something fun is that one of the quotes she'll say when she wins is she points at you and just says in English, "Come back when you've grown." Or "Come back when you grow."
Yeah, come back when you grow.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah,
I love it.
Forgot to mention, but there are voice lines in this. Most of them are in Japanese, but you get the occasional English. Carman Cole. Carman Cole is a personal assistant to the Garcia family. Robert Garcia's family.
Yeah, because they're rich.
Right, they're extremely wealthy. Robert's parents have sent Carman Cole to Mexico to search for Robert because he didn't tell anyone where he was going. So his parents are like, hey, go find our son. He ran off again. He's a defensive heavy character that relies on pokes and getting knockdowns to use his instant OTG. And you're right.
Oh.
Or you heard that right. Instant OTG. That is probably the most unique thing about him and one of his best things. I do love his OTG because as soon as you knock someone down, do the input, he darts across the screen and just grabs the person's head and punches them in the face. He grabs you by the hair, lifts your head up, just punches you back down. Another thing about Carman Cole, he views Robert Garcia as kind of childish and irresponsible, but he does kind of let him get away with a lot as well. Mm-hmm. Because when he catches up to him in Mexico and finds him, he lets him go through with the plan of helping this girl. And he's like, all right, well, I'll be waiting for when you finish up with this bullshit to take you back to Miami, to Southtown. Because that's what I'm ultimately here for, but I'm not going to stop you.
Okay.
So that's kind of his vibe.
Very cool, I see.
Yeah, cool guy. He wears a red suit and fixes his tie all the time. He means business, I guess, is what that's supposed to say. Okay. Anyways, let's talk about his moveset a little bit. We already talked about the instant OTG, but he also has an energy kick that's kind of DP adjacent. He has 2 different dash punches, a counter that stops highs and mids, and a grab super where he ragdolls your ass to the ground over and over and over, just slamming you about. Oh, so yeah, that's his moveset. Did you have anything else to say about him? This isn't really your type of character.
Yeah, I do have one final thing to say. And that is, I think that he's lame, and Cam thinks that he's cool looking.
Yeah,
it baffles me.
He was.
Can anyone explain that to me?
I do want to say he is the first character that I chose when we played in arcade because I just thought this guy looks really cool. He has aura.
And I stomped on you as Jin Fuha.
Yeah, I did not know what his game plan was. This was well before I knew any of his moves or anything like that. It was just like, hey, this game looks kick-ass. Let's try it in arcade. And it was rough. I didn't know he was supposed to be a defensive monster. I was trying to rush you down.
He's not one that you can choose on vibes.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. Because he's very specific. He brings something specific to the table.
Yeah.
But that is interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mentioned that one of the worst characters in the game has a touch of death.
This is him?
That's him, yeah. He's got a TOD that can kill you from, as long as he can set it up.
Oh my. I guess if anyone should have it.
If you let him get this thing out, it leads to instant death.
Wow. All right, so.
Pretty cool. I like that even the lowest characters on the tier list have potential.
I like that too. It's very sweet.
Yeah. Moving on to Jin Fuha. He is the resident ninja of Art of Fighting 3. And he is ninja in pretty much name only.
I agree.
He looks more like a bodybuilder. He looks like prime Arnold, like 70s Arnold.
Like a Dorito.
Yeah. Yeah. He's shirtless, he's huge, and he holds a grudge.
New weapon just dropped.
Jesus. Jin Fuha was trained by Eiji Kisaragi. He is the ninja character from Art of Fighting 2. Mm-hmm. And Eiji betrayed him at some point over the last year since the previous game and leaves a giant scar on Jin's chest. Now Jin Fuha lives for revenge. He's in Mexico to train and test himself against Ryo, Eiji's sworn enemy. And then he's going to go track down Eiji and kill him. That's his entire goal.
Okay.
So don't mess with this guy. He's single-minded when it comes to double-crossing him. Due to his larger size, Jin Fuha is actually heavier and falls out of many combos. This is completely opposite to modern fighting game design, where a larger character typically means they get hit by more things and juggled for longer. He's heavier, and his gravity just pulls him down to the ground further. So you drop combos that would normally keep people in the air.
SNK knew what they were doing.
It's insane.
Everyone else just got it wrong.
Yeah. This extremely large and heavy man that can't be comboed much also has a double jump.
Fuck off. Yeah. Yeah, that was a crazy thing to find out.
He's the only character in the game that has a double jump. Because fuck you, that's why. Let's talk about his moves a little bit more. He's got a forward and backward cartwheel where he hits you with both feet, a projectile reflect, a spinning lariat, a high counter attack that sideswaps you, and a giant green energy super that rises up around him, similar to Geese's Raging Storm.
Yeah.
Oh, and he can turn invisible.
Yeah, thanks for throwing that in there. I was gonna say that Jin Fuha, when you look at this roster, Jin Fuha is truly the mixed bag of all kits. Because what the they're like, first off, he's a ninja. No. By what standard?
He's the biggest ninja
because
I've ever
he turns
seen.
invisible?
Yeah,
that's
pretty
the
much.
standard?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what the point of that is, though. The invisibility sucks. It's the worst invisibility I've ever seen.
Yeah, you can still see his feet moving around. It's awesome.
It's highly punishable.
It's so stupid.
I don't know what it's for, TBH. But
maybe it works well on different stages, but
maybe
not the ones we were on.
I guess I could see it working on some of them better.
Yeah. I want to say he's got multiple OTGs as well. He's got one where he can actually jump up into the air and then just land on your chest standing there, and he crosses his arms and stares at the camera. So, if that's something you want to see, maybe you should play this. Fucked up giant ninja.
Rude as fuck.
Yeah, dude is brutal. And he's here to kill Eiji. He's like, hey, Eiji, you seeing this? I'm coming for you next. I'm going to stomp in your chest.
Yeah, he's constantly making examples of people
Definitely.
on the streets.
Definitely.
He's kind of goofy because he's so big.
Yeah, he's definitely goofy.
Yeah, but let us know if you are a Jin Fuha player because he was the first character I ever played in this game.
Yeah, and then I tried...
And it was an accident.
Yeah.
But I kicked ass.
Yeah, you beat my ass with him. And I've tried him since then. I've tried playing him in the home version that we've got. And he's not for me, I'll say that.
Yeah, I
Not
don't
at
want to
all.
lock in as this character.
I don't have a game plan with this guy. I'm just like, I don't know, I'll turn invisible and I'll do cartwheels. And then it doesn't work. He's not for everyone. Mm-hmm. And that includes me. Moving on to the next character, Lenny Creston. I love this name. Mm-hmm. I love this name. It's very good. Let's talk about her a little bit. She's a freelance journalist that uses a whip. She's keeping an eye on Weiler, the game's big bad. So she's just in Mexico keeping an eye on him because she's heard about this experiment that he's running and that he's close to a breakthrough. So that's what she's here for. Lenny Creston is a rushdown, zoner, footsies hybrid. All three of those things. Rushdown, zoner, footsies.
Yeah, we'll let you take that in.
Just think about that for a minute.
Yeah, think about all the characters you know presently who share this attribute.
What the fuck?
What the hell?
She is top tier.
Rushdown zoner.
Yeah. Rushdown zoner
Footsies.
with a focus on footsies. Come on. Where isn't she good? Well,
did we mention she has a whip?
yeah, we did mention that she has a whip, and that's where a lot of her zoning comes in. She's
Yeah.
not a strict pure zoner where she's going to be full screen launching fireballs at you. She's a zoner in the sense that you are not going to be able to get in on her because she's got the air covered with her whip. She's got in front of her covered. And she's got long combos that do a lot of chip even when you're blocking them.
But she does have a fireball.
She does have a fireball. It goes about half screen and then fizzles out, which may seem like, oh, that's kind of shitty. But when it hits, it's strong. It does like 30% of your health.
That was my reaction playing her. Presentation-wise, this fireball is very underwhelming.
Yeah.
I think it's the most underwhelming fireball I've seen.
Yeah, in terms of look.
Yeah.
But it packs a punch.
It looks kind of weak.
Yeah,
but
it
it's
does.
not. It's misleading.
It's good, yeah.
Much like Lenny, I guess, because she kind of looks dorky.
Yeah, she's got kind of a goofy vibe. She's wearing jeans and a jean vest and a little sports bra, and she's got a mullet and a bandana and cowboy boots.
Like, I think the look is fine. If that's what you want to do.
Okay, yeah.
But it's the stance. The stance is goofy for me.
The stance is like someone that
Uncool.
has a whip and doesn't know how to fight, but they're going to use their whip to keep you away.
Yeah.
Which I guess is accurate because that's what she does. She's not a fighter. She's not going to punch you. But yeah, there you go. That's Lenny Creston. Let's talk about her moves a little bit here. She has a flurry of whip strikes, a different flurry of whip strikes with less range and more hits. I think it hits like 10 times. So hold all that chip damage. A fireball that fizzles out around half screen, and a deadly rave style super just like Rio and Robert. She also has a sway, similar to DJ, that is invulnerable to all hits while active. DJ's is not invulnerable to all hits while active. You can still hit him out, but hers, just invulnerable. Her hitbox disappears.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. She's up there on the tier list, and she's got a lot of versatility, so if any of those things sounded interesting to you, I would recommend checking her out. Next up, we're going to talk about Roddy Burtz a little bit. This is my favorite character in the game, and my main. And I think based on looks alone, at first glance, when I first saw this game, I thought, yeah, this is the guy I want to play. So let's talk about why. Roddy Burtz is a bounty hunter hired by Lenny Creston to keep her safe on her travels through Mexico. He uses 2 tonfas and says, wow, when he checks his watch. I just really like that voice line. That's not really important to his lore or anything. I just love that line. For his moves, he's got a tonfa throw where he throws one of his weapons halfway across the screen and then it boomerangs back. And then he's got a stronger one where it goes farther, full screen, and boomerangs back to him. He is open to attack while he's waiting for his tonfa to boomerang back, because you can't hit it out of the air. Trade-off.
But it's really easy to not get hit by it, just so you know.
It is. You gotta be kind of sparing with it. You're not gonna use that to zone someone out.
Right.
You're gonna use it to punish someone that jumps.
Yeah, don't pick him up if you think having like a boomerang projectile sounds cool.
Right, because it doesn't hit the opponent on the way back. You're just open until you catch it.
That shouldn't be what sells you on this character. I'll just say that.
Right. He's not a zoner. He's probably the most rushed down character in this game.
Or one of.
One of, yeah. He also has a triple kick it gives me Tatsu vibes. He's got this like spinning triple kick where he just kicks at you 3 times. If he's out of spirit gauge and doesn't have enough to do the proper one, he'll just do a single spinning kick.
This kick is like if Elena's Street Fighter 6 forward heavy punch had a third heavy punch to it. Like 3 kicks in a row that just spin.
Like if you could spin 3 times in like 7 frames.
Yeah, like 3 kind of like high kicks. Yeah, it's not like a Tatsu. It's like cooler.
Yeah.
Tatsus are cool, obviously. Tatsus are cool as fuck.
Yeah. But instead of a Tatsu where it's like a backswing, it's more of a roundhouse.
Yes.
It's like a triple roundhouse kick to the face.
Mm-hmm. With some jump to it.
Yeah, a little bit of jump and a little bit of green energy surrounding it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got that flashiness to it, which is really cool.
Yeah. And then he also has I do want to say that triple roundhouse kick starts up in 4 frames.
Oh my goodness. That's cool.
Yeah, so that's really cool. I like that. It's fun. Great punishment tool. Good damage.
Yo.
And he has a move where he throws one of his tonfas up in the air and then hits you in the stomach when your character is looking up at it. I love this move. It's kind of a hit grab. You have to be like, the opponent has to be like right in front of you when the tonfa goes up, otherwise it whiffs. And then you're just stuck waiting for it to come back down to catch it, looking like a fool.
Which happens a lot.
It does happen a lot, but the move is... It's not something you're going to use regularly. You should not have this as a main part of your kit. It's a good fuck you move, I think. He also has maybe the craziest backdash I've ever seen in a fighting game. And this game is full of crazy backdashes. I feel like everyone can dodge back about 10 feet or so. I do want to say about Roddy Burtz, he is my favorite character in this game. I could tell at first glance that he was the dude I wanted to play. And I like every single thing about this dude. He's kind of cocky. He's got like a kind of a fuck you attitude. I just like it. It fits. It gives me an Aaron Black vibe from MK11, and that was probably the first fighter I took truly seriously. So, yeah, I like it. Next, we've got Wang Ko-san. He is a small, heavy-set Chinese boy who has a backpack full of random tools. He uses pots and pans as a weapon. He's got a pelican in the bag that comes out and pokes you with its beak. And he's got a butt slam. We'll get into it. Let me just talk about him. A short and squat artist boy with a pelican pet named Ho-Ho. I don't think you knew the pelican's name. And a backpack full of goodies. He's the silly character of the game and uses the frying pan, butt slam, hell sweep, and even his pelican for OTGs. Some of his other moves are a flurry of spinning arm strikes, a headbutt, a super jump DP, and a command grab. He's kind of silly, but he's also kind of a threat at the same time, and this character is surprisingly cool because I was prepared to hate on him because I don't usually like characters that rely on gadgets. I think you were also kind of prepared to hate on this dude, but I don't know. I at least had fun with him.
Cam started telling me stuff about this character, and immediately I was like, please don't sell me on this weird little boy.
Right.
Like, I don't need to be interested in this character. Stop.
Yeah, because visually this dude was not in your wheelhouse at all.
Just like a goofy little, jokey little character.
Yeah, a goofy boy with a backpack.
I'm not going to name that character. But
then
he's
you found out,
quite mainable, it turns out.
Yeah, I think as soon as you found out that he had a pelican in his backpack that would OTG you sometimes for a second OTG hit, you're like, God damn it. Don't tell me anymore.
Yeah, just stop right there.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Don't get me interested, please.
Yeah. So he is surprisingly fun, and he's not a character I expected to have any interest in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, truly.
He's funny.
Seeing his gameplay has provided some of the most entertainment out of Art of Fighting 3 yet.
Yeah.
Because it was like constant shocks of like, what is going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the launcher into super jump DP is really fun. He's got really good combos, and they seem pretty intuitive. I felt like as soon as I had a base understanding of the game, he was the first character where I understood right away, where it was like, oh yeah, cool. I don't even need to look at his moveset too much yet.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt right. It felt intuitive. And that's Wang Ko-san.
He's been probably the biggest surprise about this game so far.
Yeah. I think if I wasn't so dead set on maining Roddy Burtz, Wang Ko-san would be the guy for me because I just had a lot of fun immediately with him.
Mm-hmm. I feel the same way. Like if I wasn't set on playing Kasumi, like I would look his way at this point.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can do some Wang mirrors later on.
Maybe.
Next up is Sinclair. She is the sub-boss of this game.
I was about to say who?
Yeah, Sinclair. She's not on the base roster. She is playable, but you have to just input a code on the character select screen to pick her. But she's also not really worth the time doing that because she is by far the worst character in this game by a long shot. Let's talk about her a little bit. She's a scimitar wielder, and she's the bodyguard to Weiler. But she secretly wants to stop his experiments. She's keeping an eye on him to make sure that they don't succeed. She's the sub-boss, like I said, but she's still playable because unlike Weiler, who is a broken mess, she's the worst character.
So, yeah, you can have her.
You can have her. She sucks. She uses her sword in her entire moveset, but she's very slow on startup and has no throw moves at all. She cannot throw. Let's talk about her moves a little bit. She's got 5 illusory swords that appear above the opponent that she can pull down into you, but has 74 frames of startup. So you're not going to see that move come out. Yeah. It has a tatsu where she spits through the air with her sword. She's got a leaping move where she plunges her sword downward. And a very slow yet powerful sword slashing super. Think Haomaru from Sam Show. Just big, slow sword slash. You're not really going to see her all that much. You don't want her 74 frame illusory swords?
I would love to see someone that can pull it off.
Honestly, yeah.
If you can, then
maybe she's a
let's see it.
Maybe she's like a hella tricky setup character. But
yeah.
She's not the first choice, that's for sure.
Show me your Sinclair combos.
Give me all your Sinclair setups right now.
I'll give an extra 100k to anybody that can win the 100k as Sinclair.
Jesus. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, and next and finally, Wyler, the big boss of Art of Fighting 3. He's a research scientist, like I said, who's trying to finish making this elixir that his father Victoria was making. This elixir is a Dr. and Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of elixir, although he doesn't really know that at the time. When he succeeds at finishing the elixir, he drinks it and he turns into a huge 7'10" freak. Yeah, he's normally like 5'8" or something like that. He turns into a 7'10" gigantic monster freak.
Like the same size as Jin Fuha, or
like larger, no, like large. Like Jin Fuha's head comes up to Wyler's chest.
Oh.
Like his nips.
Oh, very specific.
He kind of looks like the Hulk a little bit. Like the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, so he's big.
He's big. He is banned in tournaments. And that is because of one move exclusively. He's also only selectable using a code, just like Sinclair. So let's talk about his moveset. He has no lows whatsoever, so you never have to block low against him. He also has no throws. So why is he banned? Well, he cannot be thrown, so you can't grab this character and throw him. There's just a little animation that causes him to push out and break out of your throw automatically. His best move in the game, his best move, and probably the best move in the game, is his standing jab, just his regular light punch. It combos into itself, it launches, it juggles, it has insane reach, and it does huge damage. Oh, and it starts up in 4 frames. This jab is the only move you need, and you're actually worse off if you try to use the rest of his kit. Like literally,
That's boss things.
You can just mash that move, mash that button, and close your eyes, and you'll win most matches if the opponent doesn't know exactly how to counter it.
Wow.
So,
all right.
Yeah, it's...
See you never, because you're banned.
Yeah, he's banned because of one jab alone. That is too powerful. Mm-hmm. It breaks the rest of the game. If you're interested in his other moves for some reason, he also has a shoulder charge, a Joe Higashi-style tornado projectile, and a projectile reflect. But you're not going to see most of that shit because all he has to do is stand there and jab over and over and you'll lose. That's it for characters. So let's talk about stages just a little bit because the presentation in this game is gorgeous in so many ways, and that extends to stages too. I feel like the stages are beautiful in this game.
Me too.
I'm going to run through them real quick.
Okay.
There is a shady bar with a cage match happening in the background. Sometimes you fight outside of a gas station or in an empty street like a block away from a Cinco de Mayo celebration. There's a Mayan temple, a cafe, a train yard, a cemetery, and the interior of Wyler's mansion. So there's quite a few good stages. There are a lot of interactions that happen between background people or even little things that you can crash through while you're fighting. That was something we discovered recently in the bar stage.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't expect that at all, and that was a really cool little discovery.
That was really cool. I don't remember what characters we were playing at the time, but one of us hit the other person into the left wall, and it busted a wall and showed a bunch of piping that was shooting out steam at that point. And that was a surprise.
That was a fun thing to discover. My favorite stages in this game, the Cinco de Mayo parade, because there are so many cats.
Yeah, there are 6 cats in that stage. It's great. I love it. There's a parade going on like a block or two down the street that you can see in the distance, and you can kind of hear it faintly.
That's the only sound in the stage,
Yeah.
too. It doesn't have, like, a little theme playing.
Yeah, there's no music. It's this distant parade sound that's like, it sounds distant. It's cool. The audio design in this game is done really well.
But yeah, that one's one of my favorite stages.
I think my favorite one might actually be the train yard.
That would be my third.
Yeah, because
of the song.
It's got like that outback feel, that like desert vibe to it, that if you've played any of the other SNK titles, Fatal Fury, KOF, whatever, there's always like a train yard or a gas station or something with a very Terry-like song. And this song would make Terry just cry tears of joy. He would love this song. It would make him jealous.
Yeah. This stage is very this stage is very Terry coded.
Definitely.
I think whoever designed this stage and the song to go with it, big Terry fan.
It would seem that way, and yeah, maybe.
Fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's fair. It's within their right, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's obviously stood the test of time. So.
Right.
I think that's my favorite of these stages, but I also really like the cafe.
Another thing that I really love that's part of the train yard Wild West stage, I'll call it, is on the right side of the stage, there's a puddle on the ground that looks really good.
Yeah.
That sounds so lame to bring up, but it's a really gorgeous puddle.
Like, the sprite work for this game is very, very impressive. It's beautiful. And it came out in 96, and looking at it now in 2025, you're like, how did they get these reflections in this little puddle?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
How did they... I don't know. It's just so... It's so tasteful.
Yeah. Another water-centric level stage was the Mayan temple. There's a little temple in the background, and then there are waterfalls coming down into a pool that is just behind the fight ground.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. I feel like all of these stages, except for the interior one, I feel like all of the other stages share kind of like a very muted color palette.
Yeah.
Which is interesting to me. I kind of feel like they did that again to make the rotoscoping shine and stand out and be the focus of like, look how good this looks, which I think that's smart again.
I think so.
Very smart.
I think so.
But I like that the interior is like kind of dramatic because it's the boss. That's such a good way to put emphasis. Like this stage is the boss stage.
Yeah, definitely. I am under the impression that we are going to get an Art of Fighting 4 announcement at SWC. Why else would they have this 29-year-old game there being played for 100K?
Yeah.
They've got to be announcing something, right? Or am I just...
I would assume so. It can't just be more Art of Fighting character DLC for City of the Wolves, right?
Right.
Like, I know they will in preparation for a whole ass Art of Fighting game.
They've got to, right? They've got Mr. Big coming in soon.
This tournament existing, a huge marker for, hey, we're bringing the series back.
Mm-hmm. It's been 29 years.
Yeah.
96 was the last one?
It's going to be, by the time we get the game, it will be over 30 years.
Yeah, definitely.
So, like, that's kind of crazy.
We probably won't get it till, like, 2028-ish.
I think it makes sense, then, that they are paving the way to this revival with a huge tournament.
Yeah.
Because they didn't do that for Garo. It would have been cool to see a Mark of the Wolves.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Big tournament, but, like...
That game's also a lot more explored.
Really, yeah.
So people would know a little bit more what to expect and what to prep for in that game. But this game is so unexplored.
I don't know.
It's going to be chaos.
I kind of want Wang to come back in something.
Yeah, honestly, if they could
Can he be in a KOF?
Yeah, if they could put him on like an Art of Fighting 3 KOF team.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That'd be good.
And that's something I didn't think I would be saying.
Or maybe, Art of Fighting 4. Maybe he'll be back slightly older, a year or two older.
Yeah, they'll do another Hokuto Maru progression.
Yeah. This has got to take place in the early 80s, right? Art of Fighting 4? When they release it?
Yeah.
Because the first three are 78, 79, 1980. What's next? 82, 83? Because it's been like
I hope
30 years.
I'm getting excited.
Me too.
I'm getting excited for this reveal.
Me too.
And this tournament is going to be so crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. I'm really, really looking forward to watching this retro tournament. I was already psyched to see the City of the Wolves SWC championship, because that's going to be crazy too for all that money. But 100K for a 29-year-old game is unheard of.
Yes.
I've simply not heard of this before. So you can catch me tuning in.
Yeah, if we're not going to be in it ourselves, we will be watching it all of the way through.
Definitely.
From start to finish, because this is going to be the craziest thing that you can see in the FGC this year, period.
Definitely.
I'm calling it now.
Definitely.
You don't want to miss it. That's not till October. There's time. So pick up this game now. Get your hands on it now and figure it out. Figure out who you're going to be.
Yeah, and don't give up after that first attempt when it doesn't feel like anything you've ever played before, because that's just kind of part of it. Mm-hmm. It's part of the learning experience, but I promise once that first character clicks, the rest of them aren't far behind, because it just feels intuitive after that.
Little Wake Up 3 advice.
Yeah, and I guess that's...
On Art of Fighting 3.
Yeah, Wake Up 3,
Distant
Art of Fighting
cousin.
3.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of Wake Up 3. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at WakeUp3FGC. And you can find me, your host Molly, on Twitter at Concut. That's KAHNKUT. Cam, where are you?
I am also on Twitter at Big Rock Online. This is Wake Up 3, signing off.
Bye. Wow.
Wow.
Ba, ba, ba.
Bow, 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 bow.